Probably already got a picture in your head, but let me borrow that ear for a fraction of a year. Luton is my home, and one thing's for sure, it's the reason I have grown. Sure, it's a tough town, but all good comes from becoming stronger. Check Nietzsche, he knew the crack. I left you Luton, but I keep coming back. We're an island race in this UK space, and I'm proud of my birthplace. Luton moves at its own pace. This town of mine is tattooed on my leg and my heart, an undeniable intrinsic part. My town, my team, gave me the gift to dream. We're seen as different, and I don't care. Luton made me strong and eroded my fear. Have I still got your ear? Good, there's more. Luton gave me the struggle I needed to soar. Without my town, I wouldn't have had the guts to do what I have. Luton braved me up to move to Bangkok. There's that picture in your head again. So I ask the other ear a lend. 'Cause what I then learnt abroad, I took on board and brought back to these shores. You hear my town and frown, but I wear its colours and I feel proud. We're full of culture, the differences embraced, as I was when I moved, as my family was on arrival. We don't, so don't see us as rivals. We have comedy and poetry and the greatest football team the world has ever seen. 30 points taken, but our hearts unbroken. See us rise again like that phoenix from the flames. Knock us down, but we pop back up again. Luton taught me to love and to fight, to stand up for what is right. You can't block out my light. I'm a proud Lutonian.
On top of CCTV, there was a male lying on the floor who was being hit and kicked by a female, and he seemed to be unconscious on the floor. And this was in Luton Town Centre, mid-afternoon, and there were no available Luton units. In Luton, that's unheard of.
And if it is a robbery, it's a little bit strange in the sense that the girl hasn't actually left yet. She's still sitting there on the wall.
Normally, if you've got a robbery offender, they won't hang around. They will commit the robbery and they'll try and get out of the town centre as quickly as possible.
But not this one. She's decided to go and do some shopping instead.
I hate arresting drunk girls. They are worse than men half the time. Snappy dogs?
No, they're down around near the wall, apparently. So.
Whoa.
The girl whose dogs attacked the guy, she's in that shop.
An ambulance has come for the injured man, while Ian and Shona are going after his attacker.
So your dogs keep hold of them.
Seen somebody matching the description, swigging out of a can of lager.
Are you having a laugh?
She's going to be cuffed.
Can I take the dog somewhere safe,
Let me just pop
please?
these on you.
What are you doing?
We need to chat to you first.
Traffic car, and we'll have a chat in the back of the traffic car.
For the moment, she isn't being arrested.
It's better if you can just speak to her quietly rather than going in there full bore and saying, I'm arresting you for assault, when you don't know the nature of the injuries, you don't know the full circumstances of what's gone on. But the opportunity to actually have that quiet conversation just never arose. It just went wrong very quickly.
Who's This is a girl that actually gets, yeah. Like,
Right, how'd you get the other one on lead
I'm
then?
actually her, you know. He walks
Right.
me, she doesn't.
More of the girl's drinking partners have appeared from nowhere.
Look, we'll look after your dogs as soon as you...
Come on, Minnie.
Can you move away from me, please?
Getting arrested being a mongrel.
Let me go, get in the car.
Now there's another problem.
What are they doing in our car?
One jumped in and the other's gone after.
It was like a scene from Benny Hill. It was just a comedy sketch because you were dealing with one thing and then something very random was happening. You know, I was dealing with 3 people and the next thing I know, the doors open to the traffic car and the 2 dogs are jumping around in the traffic car.
Let dog go.
No, you're not. You're not taking him. I'll tell you how, mate. You're not taking him. Stuart, open this door.
Things are going from bad to worse.
Ian and I had to get the dogs out of the car. Next thing you know, is opening up the passenger door and letting Joanna out.
No! Oh!
Get in the traffic car. Don't mess about.
You need to go away.
That's my life, that dog, mate. All right? He did it.
Thank you. By the bus stop outside the Galaxy.
Move the dog away then.
You grab hold of him.
Rocket science.
You, I've just about had enough of it.
Sorry,
so you're going to leave town right now before you really get on my tits.
The dogs aren't going anywhere. They'll come with you. Just chill out.
No, you're going that way. Keep going.
There's 2 officers with 5 people, 6 people, all drunk, all trying to get across their frustrations and their anger, and there's just too much going on. You're asking for another unit, and they're not turning up.
Move.
Move
Move away from me. Get the hell away from me.
Oh, my God.
I've told you to move away.
When we feel threatened, we have a right to lay hands on people. And on this occasion, about 8-9 minutes into the whole incident, this girl is still getting into my face. So my only other option now was to give her a double-handed push away. Unfortunately, it does look rather strong, but it's only because height on height and weight on weight is that she just tumbled over, and the fact that she'd had alcohol as well.
Get back across the
Tell her to
corner.
get the fuck away from me
Right,
now.
okay.
See you little slut.
It was just a very difficult, very stressful situation to be in.
And now the prisoner's escaping again.
My dogs.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
I'll give you a dress.
Come in, 'cause that's your first time.
Reinforcements are still on their way to help Ian and Shona. Fortunately, someone from a nearby club has offered a hand.
The doorman came over and stood by the side of the traffic car just to stop anybody else from opening the car and getting Joanna out, which freed Ian up to come and give me a hand.
Now you've got me in front of you. If you want to start on a girl, start on me. Walk away. Walk away.
We had members of the public crowding round, we were being videoed, members of the public were getting involved. You're asking for another unit and they're not turning up.
Swearing at me and calling me a whore is bang out of order, sweetheart, so you can stay there.
At last, backup has arrived.
That is my dog.
Director, I've requested the dog.
That's my dog. All right, I hit my boyfriend, so what? I get beat and wrecked by him every day. Where are you lot, yeah? That is my dog. Don't do this to me, please. What's the charge? What am I nicked for? What, slapping my boyfriend?
Right, at the moment, we haven't even got round to who he is and what's gone on.
Oh, it's my boyfriend and he's a woman beater, and for once I've stuck up for my fucking self.
Okay.
That's what my counsellor told me to do, stick up for myself, and I did. I've lost the plot and I've fucking done it, all right? Yeah, I'll give him a slap.
The slapper is going to the police station to be charged with a bit more than just giving someone a slap.
It turned out that the offender's boyfriend, or ex-boyfriend as he seemed to be at the time, was lying on the floor. The 2 dogs are mauling the side of his face. I think they had hold of his ears and the side of his face and just mauling on it. She has obviously been captured kicking him whilst this is taking place on the floor. Then walks away slightly. Then comes back, kicks him again. The dogs continue to obviously go in again and bite him again. During that whole incident, some money's fallen out of his pocket and rather callously, she's just decided, well, actually, I'll have that. Walk away as though nothing's happened. Sat down on the wall, continued her afternoon of drinking and chatting with her friends.
So whatever he done in there, he got barred out of there for, is down to him, mate, yeah? Down to me. I'll give him a slap and a tickle and a punch.
Joanne is as familiar with the police station as ordinary people in Luton are with their railway station.
She wanted 2 blankets and toilet roll and cup of tea, cup of coffee.
I need 2 of them, and I know where the bookshelf is.
Joanne, don't go running off.
No, I'm not. I know exactly where to go.
Where are you going?
Because listen, I live here, don't I? I know exactly where I'm going.
Oh yeah, it's probably nicer than her flat, I think, from what she was saying.
And
No.
a hardback.
Stick to 2. Come on.
Book. I'm going to be in here all night, ain't I?
Yeah, well, you've got a buzzer. If you want to change your reading material, we'll sort that out for you. Where you know a police station that well, then you're obviously doing something a bit wrong in your life.
Only now has Ian realised that his police-issue mobile has gone missing.
I've returned to traffic and realised that my BlackBerry was no longer in the door pocket where it had been prior to the incident taking place. I've done a full search of the car, no BlackBerry located.
Despite having been searched when she arrived at the police station, Ian and Shona have a pretty strong feeling that it was Joanne that took it and where she might have hidden it.
And Ian was going, where's my BlackBerry? Can you ring it for me? And we rang it 3 or 4 times, and I said, is it on ring? He went, oh no, it's on vibrate.
It wasn't until the next day that during a strip search that the BlackBerry was located down the front trousers of the offender, and the BlackBerry had been in there all night.
The media tends to run the town down.
Their automatic reaction is Luton is a cesspit.
But there's also a lot of good stuff going on that I don't think people get to see.
Luton is a great cosmopolitan community.
I like the balance that it's got. It's a welcoming town to live in and bring my children up in.
Luton is full of talent. I just love the town.
My favourite thing about Luton is being able to take part in Carnival.
The diversity of cultures.
Luton is a great centre for communication.
I love the job that I do, I love meeting people.
I've contemplated on moving away, but there's no place like home. This is home.
We have made hats in this town for many centuries.
The town has been good to me. It's just a great place to be.
We are Luton.
I have no idea. I'm very new to UK, so I've just reached UK in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, you're brand new then?
Yeah.
Well, then I can skip some of my questions.
Today we are in Luton, probably the worst town in Britain, according to many surveys. And we're gonna ask people on the street questions about their town. What they like, what they don't like about the town, and most importantly, what they would change in Luton in order to make this town a better place.
Do you think is there a place better than Luton in UK?
When you say better, not context.
In your own,
whatever you mean. Yeah, you can always find somewhere better. But this has given us everything we've got. It's got jobs, it's got our surrounding countryside. You're 30 miles from London.
Yeah, London.
You've got an airport 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
You've got Bedford, Milton Keynes. You're in the centre of an area where you can go to major areas within 2 hours.
I haven't lived here so long, I know. I've been to many places, but Luton is my favourite place. It's good community. All the communities get on very well together. I don't very much find that anywhere else.
But I visited in UK, out of Luton is St Alban and Hartland, but St Alban I think a special place. I would like, financially, if I afford myself, I would like to live there. Nice people, very quiet, very civilized. They're the bad immigrants not so many.
I haven't lived, well, I have lived few months in other cities, like London, Hounslow. Edgware is quite nice, quiet place. Yeah, some of the London area is quite nice, I believe, yeah.
If I think it's a better place in UK than Luton, I'd be there.
Okay.
To me, Luton is fine. It seems it's my home, you know.
Yeah.
Nobody bothers me. I don't know why. Maybe my height. Maybe I don't know nothing. But
you're tall.
Yeah, I go pubs, clubs. Yeah. Nobody bothers me.
We go to school in Hemel Hempstead, and I feel that's or at least in the day. It's nice. It's not great, but it's quite nice. Yeah.
Well, it's all about money, isn't it? There you are. Then you've answered your own question.
Well, to be honest, for me, Luton is quite expensive. I live further north.
Okay.
So this place would be quite an expensive one.
I guess you've got good connections to London, so people will use it as a dormitory town. And I think it's become a more attractive town over the years to live. It's certainly a cosmopolitan town, but it suffers a bit of a sort of cultural deficit because it's so close to London.
I think market towns are lovely. They're probably not quite as densely populated, and they're probably not bereft of industry in the way that, you know, Luton has lost a lot of jobs.
Well, no, everywhere's the same, and it's the people that make the place. And where I live in Sundon Park, everybody's nice, we all get on, everyone's happy.
Okay.
But we're in between two estates. One's called Marsh Farm, one's called Hockwell Ring. Because there's poverty and deprivation there, they're opposite.
Yeah.
The people that live in Marsh Farm call the place the farm. You know, it's mad. It's poor people, preying on poor people.
I'd personally move back to Birmingham because that's where I was born and I grew up. Or I would move to like a smaller town like Aylesbury. I lived there a few years ago. It's a lot quieter, calmer, nicer place.
Scotland's a great place to live. My mum always tells me.
Yeah,
my mum's from Scotland, so she says to move up the road there.
I wouldn't leave Luton, it's home.
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't leave.
I wouldn't leave. Yeah, it's home.
Probably, obviously, you know, London.
We have gone through the list, and Luton is the at the bottom.
Exactly, nearby places, St Albans and these other places, Cardiff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So many places.
I used to live in Manchester, so I know Manchester quite well, and I did an Erasmus in Plymouth, so I know Plymouth as well, yeah.
Alright, so you like them better than this place?
Way better, yeah.
Well, maybe St Albans. I do like St Albans, to be honest, yeah.
And any reason? Quiet?
Yeah, the people are nicer, like, it's smaller than Luton, but it looks nicer.
Okay. Name 3 things you would change in Luton.
Yeah, probably if the shops could be open a little bit late.
Okay.
The first thing, probably in the weekends, Saturday or Sunday, because that's the way like many of our workers like us get time and all.
The bad press. Right. Every time there's stories about Luton, it always comes with a negative.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever something goes wrong, they say, 20 years ago we had this go wrong. Change? No, I'm going to say that probably more industry. The industry is actually dying. Vauxhall going and the industry's going.
Yes.
Do you think changing about this?
Or any.
But no. Yes. It's a big problem. In fact, they're going to health and safety issue. Cars parking on the pavement, while women with pushchairs are got to go on the main road. It's a health and safety issue.
Yeah.
And I have had to go on Facebook about this, like, you know. The police are going to do, I'm not sure what they're going to do in Luton, but Luton is the worst place. I've been told Luton is the worst place in the country for this now.
Okay.
And why is it allowed to happen, I do not know. Because if a person's blind, it's a very serious problem. Though.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be number one thing, no?
More police on the streets, maybe. The second, I don't know. Less immigrants. I'm an immigrant, but I'm scared about myself. And the third one, I don't know. More peace and love and understanding each other. Maybe this one.
Yeah, housing needs. People need to have more flexibility, and if they want some urgent housing, if they have housing needs, and constantly need to be more flexible. And they should make more houses for people to live here comfortable, and the medical system needs to improve. It's very bad. They have neglect, so many neglects going on, and so many deaths are being caused because of them. medical neglect, basically. Yeah.
If there are three things.
I'd change Luton. I would put a little bit, at least a decent club, so people can go and socialise. Now I don't see any. It used to be plenty nice clubs. Now there's no clubs, not even decent pubs.
Oh, okay.
So I think like maybe people to socialise a little bit more. No, go away from Luton to St Albans, Milton Keynes, and all that. But yeah, that's it.
There's a lot of like deprived areas, and maybe if we sort out them areas and make it better overall, rather than concentrating it all together.
Maybe no abandoned malls or.
What would I change? That's a really good question. I'd improve the cycle lanes. I think they're working hard on making the town a good centre. They're bringing entertainments in. Do you know, that's an amazing question because I can't bring anything to mind. That's my wife just prompting me.
Yes, I think Coventry is not dissimilar. They dropped some bombs on it which helped them to rebuild it, and I think if we dropped a bomb on the Mall, obviously once it was evacuated, we could start again. I think the Mall is hideous, sorry, but it needs updating.
Yeah, the traffic system. It's self-induced. I don't know who's done the planning around here for the roads and everything else, but it's ridiculous. It was never as bad as this, and they seem to have just like congested the place. People that want a lot of traffic is going through the town. You know, it's like Dunstable. It's just passing through. Or they can have. Why can't they have roads that just let everything go through? Look at what they've done to Dunstable Road, Berry Park, and all the rest of it. They've turned that into a pedestrian and traffic nightmare.
People with really strong opinions who don't like other groups of people, they should tend to keep their opinions to themselves.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it's not a bad place to live. It's just it's got a few people that are not so nice.
Our police force, they need to concentrate on important things instead of like just walking around town doing nothing. Young people as well, they need to get a bit more respect for older people because it's just horrible. You can just walk through town and hear them talking and it's just awful.
Yeah. It's like cultural.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's like they've just lost all respect and manners and there's just nothing from that era. So yeah.
I noticed a lot of people with speakers. I would definitely change that.
Yeah, you get a lot of those as well. And drunks, we have a lot of drunks.
Drinking on the street is the worst thing.
Yeah, it's not very nice,
And
especially when you've got young kids.
We've got a park right by our house, and they sit on the bench and drink there. I don't want to take her over there. That's not nice, is it?
A little more happening will be good. A little more cultural activities will be good. I mean, that will at least make it a bit happening place.
To be honest, I don't see enough police, even if we pay it.
More entertainment, like something to happen, something new to happen. You know, it's a bit boring.
The people behavior, a lot of people with the speakers walking around, not caring about others. Police here, we have seen police car just once, and in London you see way more police.
I would change a couple of things: architecture, people, and everything else. If I was to move to Luton, what would be your advice to me?
Get a tank. I'd say get a tank.
Just come down, have a look, spend a few days here in a hotel and wander around. Not the areas where they say you're bad, but you're going to get knocked over.
Oh, sorry.
And just have a scout round, have a look around the area. Look at the parts which are a bit run down, but also look at the parts which aren't.
You will have to have some time in your hand to shift into a new place, because like getting a new nice accommodation here is a challenge.
To don't move in the center, somewhere in the outside of center is nice and quiet and already near to airport.
Don't come.
To ask yourself what you want.
Yeah, you talk to your neighbours, and you don't talk to the neighbours. You talk to the people in the street. The area you want to go and live in. If people don't want to talk to you, that gives you a good idea of where you would. If people are friendly and happy and say, "Oh, but don't go down there," then you know, and so on.
It's not a bad town. Like me and my mum, we've lived here for years, and we do like the town. It's just like if I hear something on the news like there's an EDL march, I won't go anywhere near town. I'll try have the day off, and I'm not too much of like a party goer. Like the nightlife in Luton is really good, but I don't want any trouble, so I tend to avoid it.
Lock your doors at night. It is, lock your doors at night and make sure like you've got decent locks on your door, because the amount of theft and that, it's a joke.
So it's a good place. I mean, I won't mind advising anybody not to come here.
To take care of yourself, to don't trust strangers in general, to watch out of others, like helping them.
To try to travel as much as you can, not to spend much time here.
Who is not welcome here?
I have no idea.
Nobody's not welcome. Everybody's welcome.
Probably the EDL.
I don't know about this thing. I think everybody's welcome. He can be wrong.
I think everyone's welcome.
Who comes here to make trouble?
Okay.
People wants to work and live quiet. That's anyone who is welcome, but who wants to make trouble and is not welcome.
No one, because they're very like cultural. Like the Luton Carnival celebrates everyone. They're very diverse here, and I think it's a good thing.
To my knowledge, most people are welcome, but there are people that I wouldn't welcome. Do you want to know who they would be? The travelling community.
Oh, right. We've seen actually, we parked next to one.
No, everybody's welcome in this town. It's just, this is such a cosmopolitan town. There's so many different types of people here. It's unbelievable. You can't say, what? If you said, are you born here in the town? Yeah. I was born here in the town. Yeah. But my dad's Polish, and my mum comes from London.
Oh, really?
Right. Yeah, but ended up here. It's everything.
Different backgrounds.
Mix.
All right.
I think we're all welcome. It's a very multicultural society. I think it's a little bit like segregated.
Yeah.
Like there's Berry Park is like a very Asian dominated community. I think Hightown is there's a lot of European people. But yeah, I think for the most part we're an open society, so we're kind of okay with each other.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Everyone's welcome. I think we're like the most multicultural place.
One of the most multicultural towns in the UK, I think.
Yeah.
And there's not really any racism at all.
No.
I don't feel. Everyone says there is, but I don't think there is.
No, I think it's
such a multicultural.
I don't think we judge each other for race. It's how you act. That's all it is.
I don't think so. I'm not from here, so and I feel quite welcome.
I don't know. I think everybody's